My mother-in-law secretly fed my 8-month pregnant wife raw fish after I told her about the doctor's warnings. My mother-in-law deliberately served my heavily pregnant wife sushi after I specifically mentioned our doctor's warnings about food poisoning risks. When my wife got violently ill at 2 a.m., my mother-in-law said, maybe now she'll listen to someone who raised 3 children instead of some overpaid doctor. Just today I found texts showing she did it intentionally to teach us a lesson about respecting traditional wisdom. My wife Emma is 8 months pregnant with our first child. Her pregnancy has been difficult, part severe morning sickness for the first 5 months, gestational diabetes, and now constant back pain. Through it all, she's been incredibly strong, following every medical recommendation to keep our baby safe. Last week, my mother Patricia came to help out before the baby arrives. From the moment she walked in, she's criticized everything: paired our birth plan, the nursery setup, even the prenatal vitamins Emma takes. The tension came to a head over food. Emma has been careful about her diet, especially avoiding high mercury fish and raw foods as our doctor advised. Patricia scoffed at these restrictions, telling stories about how she ate whatever she wanted during her pregnancies and her children turned out fine. During dinner preparation on Tuesday, I overheard Patricia telling Emma that doctors are overly cautious and that women have been having babies for thousands of years without all these rules. When I mentioned that food poisoning can cause serious complications in late pregnancy, Patricia rolled her eyes and changed the subject. The next day I had to work late. Patricia offered to make dinner, insisting Emma rest. When I got home, they were finishing what Patricia called a special homemade rice bowl she'd prepared. Emma looked happy for the first time since Patricia arrived, saying it was delicious and reminded her of the Japanese food she'd been craving but avoiding. At 2 a.m., Emma woke up violently ill, parent-eye vomiting, fever, chills. As I helped her to the bathroom, she gasped, "There was raw fish in that rice bowl, wasn't there?" I called Patricia, who was staying at a nearby hotel. Her response chilled me. Maybe now she'll listen to someone who raised 3 children instead of some overpaid doctor. A little food poisoning never killed anyone. I hung up and rushed Emma to the ER. The doctors confirmed food poisoning and monitored the baby closely for distress. Emma was severely dehydrated and needed for fluids. We spent 14 terrifying hours there before they determined the baby was stable. When we returned home, I found Patricia in our kitchen acting as if nothing had happened when confronted. She insisted she was just trying to help and that Emma was being dramatic about a little stomach bug. I asked her to leave immediately. She refused, saying she had rights as a grandmother. That's when I checked Emma's phone to find Patricia's hotel information and saw their text exchange from before dinner. Emma had texted, "What are you making?" "Just checking because of my diet restrictions," Patricia responded. "Don't worry, it's perfectly safe. Pregnant women in Japan eat sushi all the time. It's time you learned that mother knows best, not these modern doctors." There were more messages after Emma got sick with Patricia, telling her to stop overreacting and that this was a valuable lesson about respecting traditional wisdom. I showed Patricia the door, telling her she wouldn't be welcome around our child until she could respect our parenting decisions. She left in tears, calling me controlling and claiming I was brainwashed by medical propaganda. Now my father-in-law and sister-in-law are calling nonstop, saying I've torn the family apart over a minor disagreement about food. They insist Patricia was just trying to help in her own way. Some people think family bonds give them the right to override your choices. Others understand that respect is the foundation of any relationship, especially when it involves the health of your child. I am learning that sometimes protecting your family means keeping certain people at a distance.